Hello and welcome to the new episode of Stun Muffin YouTube channel. Today we are going to explain our Blender user interface. Let's open our Blender program and right click and open. And first time you're gonna see that the splash screen over there. Before I said is welcome to screen. This is not welcome to screen. I'm sorry for that. This is a splash screen. It is changed name for the program. I'm so sorry for that. But this is a splash screen. You're gonna see every opening the Blender file or Blender program. We're gonna use for this if you want a new file, and you're gonna see that options. If you want to recent files, you're gonna see that your recent files, or you're gonna open another Blender files, or the recover last session, or release note or development fund. Let's click the user interface. This is user interface. I'm going to left click in here, and the splash screen is disappear. But the splash screen, if you don't want to see every time, then first of all, I'm going to use the edit and preferences and interface section. We're going to see the splash screen over here. If you don't see this splash screen every time, you're going to turn off this here, and you're not gonna see that splash screen for now. Let's try. First of all, I'm closing this Blender preferences, closing this tab. So let's close, and let's open our program again, and our splash program is gone. Okay, the next part is let's explain our user interface. The first one is the top bar is over there. I'm gonna use for that. The top left part is here. This is top menus. The second part of this is a workspaces, and the third one is top of this right. We gonna see that scenes and view layers. And also this is, I'm gonna explain later, but for now I'm just using for their names. Okay, this is top bar and the menus, and the second one is actually, this is second one, this is the first one, and this is the third one. The first one is top menu, the second one is workspaces. You're gonna work on there, but 3 is scenes and view layers. Another part of we are using every time, we're using this of here. You're gonna see the 3D view panels, and the next one is outliner panel, and this is our properties panel. And the last one is actually the little one is here. It's panels is a timeline. We're gonna see that one. Okay, sorry for that. We're gonna see that is 1, 2 panel in here, 3 panel, and 4 panel here. We see that so many panels in here. Before we start, we're learning about these workspaces. Let's get a look. These are panels, but also we have the last one. This is a last status bar over there. We're gonna see that the information of explaining something or this description of their Blender actually features. If I here and here, the cursor is changed, and also the explain is changed. Did you see that? And I'm going to be here, here, or here. Every time the left bottom is changed, and also this is the left mouse is select, the middle mouse is rotate view, and also if I hold the mouse wheel, then the second option appears. If I press the Alt button on my keyboard, automatically it's gonna be changed. Did you see that? The back orthographic or something like this. And also the next one is the object context menu or object context menu. If I click the right mouse button, and I'm going to see that object context menu as you see in here. And the next one, if you want to see more explanation or description, go to status bar and right click. Did you see that? The top bar of any type of these things, this is name of here. This is a status bar. If you want to see the scene statistic, I'm gonna turn on this. If I turn on this, I'm gonna see that collection, cube, vertices, faces, trees, and objects, and 3.3.1 say. The first one, you are using the collection named collection. You're gonna see that on the outliner in this collection. And also this is active your actually object. Active object appear their names. This is a cube active and vertices. This cube has 8 vertices, 6 faces and 12 triangles. And also you not for now select any type of object. You have 3 objects in your scene, but you don't select any one of them. But active one is cube. Actually, I'm gonna explain for the active things in program because it is different from other programs. If you are in 3D view and select any type of object, it is gonna be the active one. But I'm gonna change my mind and I select another one. This is going to be released there, actually active things. If I select more than one and I select the more dark orange lights over there, this is passive, but these are selected. You're gonna see actually in this outliner section, we're gonna see that the passive is dark orange actually color over there, but the active object goes to more lighter than others. If I select and activate our light sources, and you're gonna see right bottom to collection, light, vertices and trees and object, you're gonna select that. And also we're gonna see on the top left side, you're gonna see on this here to intersection of the circle. If I click this bottom side and I'm going to viewport overlays, and viewport overlays, we're gonna see the 3D workspaces actually options over there. Text info, we're gonna see that in here, user perspective on this is one collection, and light, it's gonna be active one. I'm gonna go to here, and if you see your scene statistics, you just turn on this statistics box. If I turn on this statistics, I'm gonna see here to objects, lights or something else. This is an active. If I select the object, then objects 1 out of 3, vertices 8, edges 12 and faces 6 and triangles 12. This objects has 8 vertices, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and here to 8. In here in 3D workspace, we're gonna change our actually object system or objects or modeling system. You're gonna see all of our action over here, and I'm gonna actually say that this is the workspaces. If you click to modeling, sculpting, UV editing and texture paint, something else, and we have so many workspaces, and this is going to be in different type of your actually workspaces or panels. It's going to be changed. So if I click the sculpting menu over there, the sculpting area is here, and I'm going to see my objects here, and I'm going to see different type of options over there. But this might be so confusing, so we are not using for them for now. I'm going to layout workspace. I am not using for the beginning in this actual tutorial. And now let's get simplify our Blender file and go to workspaces section, right click and delete. And another one, the geometry nodes, delete. Compositing, delete. Rendering, we're not using for now. Delete, delete. Sculpting and modeling, delete. We are now using this layout. Okay, before we start anything, I'm going to explain something about panels. This is a 3D view panel. If I go this panel in here, look at this, the cursor is changed. We have a different panels, and also we are actually modifying these panels to something like stretching or closing, or again adding more panels in our actually workspaces. Let's move our cursor to in here to border. If I wait in here, did you see that our cursor is changed? And if you right click and this is area options appears, we have a different actually things over there. The first one is vertical split. Vertical split is splits the vertically. If you want vertical split, it's going to be right or it's going to be left. It is different out of actually our different things. If I make this split we have another panel appears is here, but I don't want to use that, or if you use for that, I'm just dragging them. And if you want to see another part of the objects or something seen, you're gonna be change your actually panel, but I don't want to see that. Go to actually split section and right click and join areas, and then if you don't see that things, I'm just going to right side. The left side goes collapses on the right side, and we are not going to use the timeline, so I'm going to here the split section, right click and join areas, and just I'm not gonna using this timeline, so I'm just going to left click and it's well done. Okay, we are using in here to just layout workspace, and we are using this 3D view, but if you want to change or if you see another actually panels, go to left up and hover over. You're gonna see the description of here, the 3D viewport, the current editor type for this area. If I left click on the mouse, I'm gonna change to another type of actually panels. If I change to my shader editor, it's gonna be changed, but I'm not gonna using for this now. I'm just gonna be left click and 3D viewport, and it is gonna be change your panel type every time. The first one is 3D view, and second one is outliner, our actually list of objects or list of things, collections. And another part of the properties here, you can see the properties and settings of your scene sections. For now, I'm just gonna explain something like this. Before we start, let's change our settings. First of all, I'm gonna change my actually spacebar action. Let's look for this. We are creating a new type of panel, so I'm going to be bottom or top, no problem. Right click and horizontal split, and it's always like this, and I'm gonna see this type of panel and change to timeline, and I'm going to stretch to up, and let's press our keyboard to spacebar. If I press the spacebar, then our action plays timeline. The timeline is absolutely looping again and again, but we are not gonna use that feature for now because it is gonna be intermediate section. If I press the spacebar, and I can see the FPS of our actually 3D workspaces, and numbers goes too far and again to looping every time, but we are not gonna use that. Okay, press spacebar again. I'm just going to be here, just jump to endpoint. It is gonna be just 1, and then for now our spacebar action or our all keyboard action we're gonna change in preferences settings. Let's change our spacebar action. First of all, go to edit and preferences, and this is all of our actually settings over there. If I go to key map, this is a keyboard mapping system. If I click this, and I see so many things in here, but you're gonna see the preferences. In preferences, you can see on the second of the preferences spacebar action to play, and I'm gonna change to search. Every beginner just make same mistakes. I made so many mistakes before. I'm just using to play spacebar action because when I start the modeling, then I accidentally press the spacebar button, and also this might be so many difficult times I'm actually in. So I'm not using for the spacebar action like a play. We're gonna change to search button. Why is search? The search is open the operated search pop-up, and we're gonna see that all of our Blender tooltips in here. I'm gonna select this here, the search, and on the keyboard, and key map and spacebar action and the search. I'm closing this tab, and now I don't use for now this timeline. So let's again. I'm going to be in here, the splitting section, and just right click and join areas to look at this. Up or down, we're gonna select the down. And okay, let's press the spacebar action, and let's see. If I in here actually 3D view, if I here, it's the same thing, and also here the same thing. This is not problem, but in here I'm gonna hold my mouse cursor to 3D view. My actually mouse cursor, it's changed, and then context be changed. Look at this. The right mouse click is outliner context menu, but in here object context menu, and you're gonna remember that. that this is so important to beginners, because another programs maybe might be different, but this program is, if you are in here to your panel, and this might be related this context actually menus. If I make a right click and I'm gonna see the object context menu, as you can see on the status bar. If you am I in and I right click and context object menu appear. If I mouse and hold down the outliner, then the outliner context menu. And also in here, if I make in here to right click and context menu area or something like this, or something here to another type of actually actions. Okay, we are explaining different things at the beginning, but for now it's maybe enough. But next time we're gonna see our actions or our actually things in Blender. Thank you for watching me, and see you next time.